Hi everyone, welcome into another episode of Who Should You Choose, the video series where I go through all the prior videos, questions, and comments and help you with your HUT lineup decision. If you're just watching one of these videos for the first time, you want to make sure you subscribe with notifications on because I go in a first come, first serve basis, and you've got to be subscribed for me to go through your questions. Again, don't just give me a whole list of your team. Give me some options and some things that you want to know about, and I'll give you my best advice that I possibly can. So, Pat Walsh, we'll start off here. 15 minutes on the clock. Hey, Sleeves, I'm free to play and I have about 200K saved up. I completed the objectives to get the 24 collectibles, but I'm still working towards getting enough 82 to 84 players to make a fantasy card. Is Tavo still the play? I've been eyeing up Bonk on the market too. I feel like all it would take is a goal or two for his price to shoot way up. I was also wondering what the best pack to spend squad battles collectibles on would be if I'm still trying to get enough players to make a fantasy card without having to spend too many coins on the market. So, this is kind of the big topic this week is the fantasy event. Tavo is definitely the play, especially if you're free to play, simply because he's safe. Imagine he doesn't get any more goals. He still has 90 speed and acceleration, essentially. So that's going to be useful, and he can play on your fourth line for however long, and odds are that he's going to score a few more goals. Now, there's obviously a real possibility that he doesn't score for like a month because he's more of a playmaker. He's got 8 goals, I think, and 1 assist. So it's probably going to come crashing down a little bit, but he is definitely the safest one. I would spend your 200K to buy the things required on top of the 24 fantasy collectibles. If you get the 24 and you still have them, it is going to cost about 200K, maybe 250 to be able to make Tavo. I would definitely do that. In terms of Bonk, so early on when he first came out, I mentioned just like last year, Pavel Mintyukov. I watch a lot of the OHL. I work for the Ice Dogs media team, and I've seen Bonk in real life. Very good player. He's just kind of snake bitten, but it's almost been too long. We're about 12, 13 games into the OHL season. They only play 68, so for him to get the 99 might be a little tough, but there will come a stretch where he scores a ton. Also, have to keep in mind that if he goes to the World Juniors, that's a bunch of games that he can't play. So another thing, I'm probably out on Bonk unless he hits like under 200K. Maybe then I'd think about it, but I would probably just stick with Tavo. SNC says not so much who should you choose, but what should I choose? I've X Factor McDavid and recently deactivated Wheels, as I think using 1/5 of your available AP is a steep ask for an ability that only works when you have the puck. I play in high D2 and McDavid doesn't blow by anyone. Is this a mistake? Also, I'm one of the few that uses the reverse hit button. It works decently. Is it worth putting back at you on, even if without it works well? If you can use reverse hit, using back at you is a very good idea. In terms of Wheels, I agree that it's very tough to put Wheels on one of your players because it costs so much. McDavid is one of the players I would do it. I have his Heritage card, and I have Silver Wheels and Gold Elite Edges, and Elite Edges is very good at the beginning part of the year. Definitely a card I would use Wheels on, for sure. When is Online Versus going to get cross-platform, do you think? It's probably so low on their priority list, if I'm being honest with you. Ace Sleeves, I'm free to play, but 150K, but I get a fair amount of coins weekly. I'm going to do the discounted fantasy, but I'm not sold on Tavo because of his abilities and skill at 99. Do I go with him or someone like Doughty or Chikrin or even Timo Meyer? My man's playing NHL 23. Unless I'm forgetting someone. Damn. Anyways, here's the thing. If you have a God Squad and you're worried about 99 overall, Tavo is not the play. Tavo's value is going to come in the potential December, January timeframe because he could be the first 99 and it could be so early on compared to the rest of the player base simply because progression is so slow. Like we might not even see 92 overall players until February, which is good, but that just kind of puts that in perspective. At 99, Tavo is not going to be a very good card. Chikrin is a far better option. However, he's much more risky because he has only played 65 games in a season before. But that being said, if you're honestly, Doughty is the best option. He has ample opportunity. He's already an 84, definitely usable, great abilities. It's probably like even Chikrin's abilities kind of suck. It's his size that makes him so viable. But I would probably go Doughty in your situation. Ugh. Max says, hey, Sleeves, got about 480K in the bank as a free-to-play player. What should I do? Use the coins to make Mario Gretzky or wait a little bit and prioritize making a second builder card? You definitely want to make a second team builder card because the new ones are probably coming at the end of November, maybe early December. And you'll need 2 to cash in for the next highest tier. So if it takes 287s, you'll get 190 overall, for example. So if you're going to make one, you got to make two. If you're going to make three, you got to make four, and so on and so forth. Mario and Gretzky are always going to be there. What I would do is just slow play it, guys. I would throw in all untradeable non-NHL gold players. Just throw them into the icon sets. Do it slowly but surely, and you'll eventually get it. Like, that's what I've been doing, and I've already gotten like 10 icon players. So that's what I would recommend. With 480K in the bank, like, you might think about looking at a decent like fantasy card. Like, think like Bowen Byram. Like, kind of sneaky. Sean Dursey. Like, those kind of cards that have the potential to hit 99 and maybe explode. But if you don't want to go all out and put that much risk in, then yeah, definitely go with a team builder. Pay to play, Horace. He goes 55K in all 87s. Good Lord. Sucks you can't make multiple of the same 87s, but at least you know you're not missing out once you've made them all. True. Need help at center. After 87, Joe, it's X Factor, Suzuki, Base Tavares, and Stutzla. Need a good center with two-way forward synergy or a right wing that synergy and moves Veronic to center, currently on the wing behind Miro. That's Nico. You want to go make Nico Hischier, 100%. Lastly, love the last Coffee and Shell episode, especially how players are starting to take advantage of the reverse hit. The timing is tricky, but I can safely say that from experience, if you pull it off, it's so much fun and super effective. You'll always be the man. Keep the great work. I really appreciate that, dude. If you haven't listened to the last episode of Coffee and Shell, we have Papa. He's a streamer in the NHL community, and he's so good at reverse hitting that it's going to slowly take over the player base. I thought it would earlier than it has, but yeah, it's going to definitely become something that you want to get used to. Any goalie abilities worth it? If you made an ability tier list, it would be a great video. I want to do that. I'm going to reach out to Eki. I want to get a pro player or someone that's very good at the game so that we kind of get some difference of opinions. Again, I'm a lot more average player. I'm one of you guys. I'm in Division 2 now. The reaction time and thumb skills are just deteriorating into dust. But when it comes to pro players, what they suggest is not always going to be helpful for the average player because you simply don't have the same reaction time and the way that you play is far different. I say this all the time. Once you get into Division 2, the game is completely different. You don't play the same end-to-end rush, and it's basically all just holding onto the puck, using big players, things like that. When it comes to goaltenders, just get Markstrom and forget it, man. Like, your goaltender will never save you games like consistently. He might steal you a game here or there. It's how you play defense that is really going to dictate how good a goalie is. Markstrom has just been so good, just forget about it. Bro, I'm stuck on NHL on Shell 23. I can't afford 24. I'm sorry to hear that, but my man, I believe the game is on sale already. Yikes. But I believe it's on sale for like $50 at Best Buy. Let's Go Bolt says, hey, Slaves, I'm back on NHL after a year, if you remember me. I do remember you, Let's Go Bolt. And I'm just starting out. I'm trying to do the prototype objectives. So here's my question. What do you think about 83 Bowmeister? Great value, in my opinion. Thanks for answering. Yes, as well as the Brendan Shanahan. He has fallen. He's about 16K. I've been using him on my team. Great card. But yes, good value there if you're trying to do prototype objective. I have these Evo tradable cards. I played the market and got all at a decent cost. Could make a profit now on all. Which should I keep and sell later? Which to sell now and which to not sell at all? All right, Zegras, that's a wait. He is at his lowest value because, well, he's getting benched and just having a piss poor start to the season. Mason Raymond, he's hot right now. I would wait about a week and see if he scores again because he's kind of hot. Zaka, I would hold. I think Zaka at 99 is going to be one of the best cards in the game because he's so big and he has all the opportunity in the world playing on Boston's top line. Doughty, another hold. I think that he's got great abilities. He's going to hit 99 early, and great job. JT Miller, he got benched by Talkett in the last game. Very good player and very good size, but he's not going to hit 99 till the end of the season. Like, I don't think he's going to go out and pot 10 and like in a couple weeks span. I'd probably sell. I bet you could get it. I bet you could make a decent profit. IFL is a low-key sneaky one, but he slowed down a little bit with Winnipeg. I'd probably sell as well. I have Tavo and Sergachev untradeable. Dude, you just made it like a bandit, brother. Squad Battle Rewards. What's the best way to use silver collectibles? Are you still recommending Mega Packs? Thanks for the great content. Mega Packs are just such good value, guys. Like, they've always traditionally sucked, but it's because everything in them is worth so much. So, for example, you're going to see my No Money Spent episode coming out soon where I opened up a whole bunch of rewards. I had Ultimate Rivals in Div 2, I had I had Champs, as well as, you know, and I opened up all mega packs in them. You can sell anything in there for 900 coins, like just the 74 gold cards, and make just a bunch of coins anyways with a chance. I pulled an X Factor. I pulled a couple icons. Like, just go with the mega packs. Before in the old games, the fodder wouldn't sell for as much, so there was no point. So I should go and make another team builder. I have only made Joe and beat on the fence about another one. Yes, anyone, like I said, guys, if you made one, you got to make two. If you made three, you got to make four, because you will get. And honestly, if you make two, you probably want to make four, because at some point it's going to require two 87s to make a 90, but then it's going to require two 90s to make a 93, and so on and so forth. So if you have four, at least you're guaranteeing yourself a 90, whatever it is. JS Musician says, hey, Sleeves, hope you dressed up as Brick Bowser for Halloween. I did not. I was Silent Bob. Pulled Fantasy Dursey, Zegras, and JT Miller. Okay. I want to keep Dursey as a Yotes fan. Love that. Thinking of selling the others, but never had these cards, so I'm not sure the value. Timeline thoughts. Okay. Zegras, like I mentioned before, sell. He's at his lowest value. Miller's a tough one because I would probably wait until Miller scores his next goal. Always wait until their next goal. And then if you're thinking about selling, because Miller is so good at 99. I'm free to play and I have 1,000 coins. That's not a lot. I'm looking to swap out two of my defensemen, Dumba and Makar. I already have MSP Fox, Paul Coffey, Lidstrom, and Girardi. I also want to swap out my base McKinnon. I already have 86 Eichel. Okay, well, there's really no reason to swap out McKinnon. There isn't. Base McKinnon is such a good card. Same with Makar. Like honestly, I would save for Breezewa. That'd probably be the play. Just save for Breezewa. Or if you play Hut Champs, get Adam Foote. On what condition will the Bruins no longer be considered fraudulent? Biased Bruins fan here. I got a lot of dude. I love just giving it to a fan base, because then you get the comments like this. I saw a ton of. Okay, the Bruins are a good team. Do I think they'll win 136 games? No. If you go and look at their strength of schedule, it was one of the easiest in the entire league, and they got outplayed by my Sharks. They lost to the Ducks as their only L, but they're still winning games. So, yes, I know. They are going to be a playoff team. I don't think they'll be in the top three in the Atlantic. I think they'll be a wild card. I think there'll be some growing pains. But you can never count out the Bruins, man. They never go away. They're a Boston team. I'm a fan of the Red Sox and Patriots, and even though they suck now, they just never go away. And the Bruins fit that bill better than any other team in the NHL. They just never go away. Mario and Wayne are now at 91. I forgot all that. The power-ups go up by +1 at the beginning of the month. Yes, all power-up icons go up by +1, guys, and a lot of them got their skating boost, so be on the lookout for that. I also have Sakic, and he is now an 87. I will work on getting Solani, who is no doubt nasty with his upgrade and his deadly sleeves. When and who do you think is the next team builder should be? I'm predicting Chara is the final 99. That would break the game. Respectfully. Honestly, over the years, they've gotten smarter that because the cost of these cards is so expensive that they make them really meta. And what I mean by that is that they're big and they have good ability. So cards that fit that bill, Lindros would be one. And honestly, a good team builder option. Like, that would be a smart choice. Guys like that, that are bigger. I love Joe Thornton. I think that'd be a perfect one. But actually, yeah, I'm going to say Joe Thornton is 99. Joe Thornton is a 99 team builder. That's an early guess for me. I hope it is. I hope it isn't just whoever's 6'6" and just, stupid card art. Like, I hope it's not that. I'm free to play and can only play a few hours during the week. I miss a lot of Hut Champs runs. I have about 25,000 coins. Is it worth it to make team builders? It's worth it for everyone to make team builders. The rewards you get, take untradeable for rivals. If you can only play a few Champs games, you're almost better off just making, just playing rivals, because you'll get more points. When you play Champs, you're only getting half rival points. You're probably better off just doing that. Great content. Thank you, my man. Do you not have Tabo yet, Sleeves 1130? No. So I'm on my free-to-play team. I don't spend any money, but I'm not free to play because time is money. I am no money spent. And so I've got about 500,000 coins, and I'm really trying to make Tabo. I have squad battle rewards today, and I'm hoping that I get something enough that kind of puts me over the edge, and I can make Tabo. And I really don't even want Tabo. This is the thing. As I've gotten older and I've stopped caring so much about having to need the best cards at all times, the fantasy event is my favorite event every year. It has been since they brought it out, and I believe NHL 20. Simply because EA has no control over it. Once they're out and a Duchesne pops off and hits 99 by the beginning of January, they can't do anything about it, and I love that. It's so funny. Secondly, though, I love that it makes you watch the games. I watch so much hockey that it's always fun having a vested interest in, in a team that you don't follow. I made Hurdle. I stuck to my guns. I practiced what I preached. Hurdle, the Sharks have scored 9 goals in 9 games. I think he will get 9. I think he will get 20 goals no matter what. He will get 20 goals no matter what, because there's just no one else that creates offense on the team other than Eklund. And when Couture comes back, he'll get some help. But that being said, Tavo, do I think I don't, first of all, I don't want to spend 600,000 coins as a free-to-play player on one card. And the issue is, Tavo at 99 is going to suck or be very mediocre, but I don't want to miss out. You know, like as someone who creates HUD content all year, and I don't want to miss out on the one, you know, where the entire community is watching Carolina Hurricanes. But I really in particular don't like Tavo as a player. He is what it is. You know, it's nothing crazy. But I am going to make it. For a free-to-play player, should I buy Oliver Bach for 180? I have 250K. If you don't care about like watching the games and having someone and you want to watch, you have a European player, Oliver Bach and that Marco Subban, or God, I can't remember his name. You'll know who I'm talking about. Low key, good builds. They score a bunch in their leagues respectively, and no one's paying attention to them. So yes. Ace Slave's great content as always, man. Hope the family's doing well. My family's doing well. My kiddo's got his first little bout of being sick. He's 3 months old as of yesterday, so we're battling that. But he's just, man, being a dad is something different. You never know. I didn't think I was ever gonna be one, but here we are. I'm paid to keep up. I am paid to keep up. Oh, that is great. PKUs. Oh, as I have a kid, one on the way, and own a business, so time is limited. Other than my one on the way, where I feel you. I feel you. That's so funny. What are your thoughts on not investing in MSPs too much unless it's an absolute must make, and using the event power-up collectibles to power up X Factors and power up icons? With power-up collectibles being so much more attainable and X Factor power-up icons always increasing, it makes more sense, makes them more viable throughout the year, because MSPs will phase out of your lineup. Investing in those power-up collectibles in cards that will keep upgrading seems to be the play. Thanks again, man. Yes, event cards are still the scam, right? Those are the carrots that EA produces every 2 weeks. They're the new hotness, but they are essentially just, they're going to be faded out. Like, if you look back to the headliner event, really the only cards that are, you know, that are still of value is Kuznetsov and Adam Fox, really. And I guess Orpik, but like, the thing is that you can get power-up collectibles so easy now. Like, so what he means by this is the objectives for every event, it looks like they're giving out power-up collectibles enough for you to upgrade a master set card all the way to the end, essentially getting a free master set player. He's saying instead, get X Factors and power-up icons and upgrade them. You can do both right now. It's not until, like Solani, for example, right? If you were to take Solani and say you don't want to trade in for Mario or Gretzky, you need 6 to take him from his 85 to his 88. That's quite a bit, but you get like 4 every event, not to mention like all the objectives prior. Like, you know, it's not dire yet. So if there's a master set player you can get for free that will be in your lineup for a long time, that's why I do the tier list videos, guys. So like Nico Hischier, for example, from the prototype event. There's other cards in that event that might even be better right now, but because he's got quick draw, good skating, decent size, he can be on your 4th line for like a month, right? That's the difference. There's always going to be a few master set players in every event that have longevity. Hey man, curious, what do you suggest for ability points? I know the ability matters, but assuming they're all good, who do you activate first? I have my whole top line, most of my second, my third line center, and just one of my top pairing D-men. Should I focus more on my defenseman? X Factor, McCarr, Lidstrom. So how I would do it is I load up the first line. They are going to be on the ice the most. They are the most impactful cards for you. That is what I would do. Defensively, I would activate Truculence on everyone, especially on smaller players that need it. So, Training Camp Orlov, for example. Same thing with Seeing Eye. I think it's sneaky good, but it's also going to depend on your play style, right? Like, I need to do an ability tier list. That's what I'm getting from this. And I'm going to reach out to Eki. I'm going to reach out to Eki today, and I'll see if he'll do one with me, because I think it would be a good resource for the community. But yeah, I would go first line, and things like Elite Edges, Unstoppable Force, those are the ones I'd prioritize. Quick draw on at least one card, and then watch my face-off video from NHL 23. I might just relabel it 24 because it looks and operates the exact same. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of Who Should You Choose? If I didn't get to your question, I do apologize. I try to answer as many as I can, but if you want something answered immediately, go follow me on Twitch. I'm live every afternoon. You can come in there, ask anything you want, and I'll be happy to help out. All right, that's going to do it for me today, fellas. I will be back tomorrow with another episode. Thank you guys for watching.